A very good Thursday morning to you. We thank you so much for joining us here on Daily Dive. Some folks call it Friday Eve, and that means we're closer to the weekend. That's what I'm talking about. So, again, we're going to be breaking down all of the latest trending topics this morning. Lou Turner's here, Steve Fundero is here. How y'all feeling this morning? Well, when I see you, then I'll be able to ask you that, right? Y'all are almost there where I can almost see you, right?
Yes,
There
sir.
you are.
There it is, right
Hey,
there.
what's up, guys? Y'all doing all right?
Oh, feels so good. Like James Brown. So good. Isn't that James Brown?
That's that's James
That is.
Brown.
That
Yes,
is.
that's
Yeah.
James
I
Brown.
thought you meant
Yep.
like the Sweet Caroline. You know, Sweet Caroline.
Bum.
Bum, bum, bum.
Nah,
Yeah,
not
yeah.
that. That
Oh, the other one. Okay, okay,
not
all
that one.
right.
Now,
All right.
I got a question
Steve,
for
how
you.
we feeling this morning?
I'm not.
Oh, you got a question
Oh yeah,
already?
go ahead.
Guys, I don't want to interrupt Steve. I want to hear how he's doing because I know he's great. He's looking great with the hair. I love the length. Don't ever cut it. I'm asking y'all think these are real or not?
No,
They're not real.
Not real. They are not prescriptive. They're blue blockers. They're blocking all the blue energy coming off screen. I get it's better energy. I get better sleep at night. No free ads. I don't know what even brand they are, but I'm telling you, living a new life with these.
I like them though. I mean, you rock them well.
They're reflective though. I'm going to take them off so you're not looking right at
I was
me.
gonna say, yeah.
I got to
Watch
get
watch what you.
Thank goodness
filming.
there.
Yeah,
Thank
thank goodness.
there.
That's what I was gonna say. Watch
Hello.
what's on your screen there.
Oh goodness, y'all! Look, y'all know this is the fellas show, so this is about to get pretty wild in a matter of 2 seconds. Good morning, Tanisha. Good morning, Catherine. Good morning, Heather from KC. Always tuning in. Good morning, Linda from New York. What's
Nice.
up?
Hey.
If you're coming in, say good morning. We want to make sure we give you a quick shout out before we jump into these stories. But one of the big headlines this morning. Duval County Public Schools voting 6-1 to purchase face masks for students and staff. Now, this is sparking somewhat of a heated debate online because although they purchased the masks, they didn't say that the students would have to wear them. They didn't say teachers would have to wear them. That is not a thing. We don't know if that could become a thing in the future, but we're asking the question, should it be required? We're seeing a little bit on both sides from this. So as always, we want you to chime in about this. Send us a comment, or you can always use the heart reaction for yes, if you agree with it, and the angry reaction for no, if you say, nah, I am good. Steve, let's kick it off with you. Do you think maybe students and teachers should be using face masks? If or when things kind of return to normal and
This is
whatnot, and everybody's back in the classroom?
this is gonna. I guess this is gonna sound weird because it feels like there hasn't been time to make decisions and stuff. But I feel like for this one, is time to maybe wait on it a little bit because we have the whole summer, right? We have a couple months to go through. And granted, I know decisions, but you got to do these things, for planning purposes and all that stuff. But I feel like it's one of those where just me. I mean, wait just a little bit. I mean, I get it. It's just as simple as a quick little mask. I mean, it's no harm, no foul. I mean, it has the benefit, of course, all the benefits. I just feel like it's maybe too premature of a decision. That's just my thoughts. But I think it's something we could wait maybe another month, see what happens from there.
Yeah. I'm with you. I agree. I totally. $300,000 is a lot of money to go out there and preemptively spend before you have made your guidelines yet. And guidelines are guidelines. But let me tell you, I mean, a bigger picture. Through all of this, and this is somehow a virus has become political one way or the other. How in the world has a mask polarized so many people? And it has. I mean, I'll walk in, and it's a place like Publix. My stance on a mask is I'm wearing it. If I'm going to a store where the employees, their managers, are making them wear it, I wear mine out of solidarity with them. I say, hey, these 17-year-olds who are bagging my groceries or wearing a mask, I'll wear it with it because they want to do it. If you decide not to, I don't care. But I'm seeing people will look at you with like contempt, like you're submitting to Big Brother for putting one on. Like this is Aldous Huxley or George Orwell coming down, and there are people with that legit opinion. I'm not gonna let me not diminish that because people do see this almost like it's a muzzle or a leash type of control. There's a much bigger picture to this mask thing. Now, sticking with Duval County schools, we don't even know if they're opening in the fall yet, Brooks. We haven't even heard that decision yet. So we got a lot to get to. Now, I want school back. People need to be back in the buildings. That's where the best learning happens. That's where our teachers can do their best work. They've got the resources. So I'm kind of a whatever it takes guy. Let's get them back.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. It is definitely, I think everybody's, even the parents who have been at home with the kids, I think they're ready for the kids to go back to school.
Yeah.
But we know we have to wait and see exactly what's going to be happening. I just want to share a couple of these comments to see what some of you all are saying. Cindy asked a great question. She said, "Good morning. How can they expect a special needs child to wear them?" I saw one, Catherine saying, "I think it's good to have face masks for students and staff to use when they leave the room." Shelly saying it is a waste of money. And wait, there was one. Oh, Darlene saying money would be better spent on hand sanitizing stations and extra janitorial help. Kids will not keep them on or wear them properly. I do think that is a concern people have had, is just saying, do we really even know if the kids are going to wear them the right way, or will they find it? Does it become part of the dress code? Is it like a uniform? Do you say, hey, you just have to have your face mask on whenever you're in the classroom and, whenever you're on school campus or what? Or does it become something where it's, choose to do it if you want to? Hey, we have them here at the school. If you choose to wear one and your parents want you to wear one, then that's cool. But if you don't feel like you want to, you don't have to. So again, it is still too early to see exactly what's going to happen. But all we know is that they voted to at least for the cost of them, and for providing all of the teachers and the staff and students with those different face masks. So we'll have to see if it becomes a requirement in the future. But again, right now, still too early to tell, as Lou was saying.
Brooks, I'm going to chime in what Dara said here in her comment. She mentioned the use of the money here. Lou, you mentioned that's a lot of money. That is a lot of money. And you know how many teachers have to buy their own supplies, or maybe not have their own supplies and have to go out and do all that stuff out of their own pocket? Mm-hmm. So it's like, makes you wonder, hey, is this money really, is this money going to, that's a lot of, how many composition notebooks you can buy with $300,000? You know how many pens you can buy with $300,000? So there's, when I read that comment, I agreed with her. I was like, I got so many of my friends are teachers, and they're just graduating. They're getting into the business. They're teaching. They're doing everything just on their own. And it's.
Yeah, I totally agree with you. My wife's a teacher. I think out of our household budget, they get a small stipend. I'm not going to say the amount of money because I'm going to miss the fact, but it's like a small percent. So we're coming out of pocket probably easily through the school year $700. And that's just picking up the supplies that the students need. And doing it out, and all the teachers do it. I'm not just making my wife's great, but a lot of teachers are doing that, spending so much money out of their own pocket to help kids who simply just can't bring what they need. So they're helping them. They gotta get them along. That's just the type of people teachers are, though. And you're right, we go to a lot of other stuff, but we'll see. Listen, let's get the decision from Duval. Let's get the decision from St. John's and Nassau first about what they're going to do in the fall.
Right. Before we get there, you're absolutely right, Luke. All right, check out this next story. So if you were joining Daily Dive yesterday, then you noticed we were talking about the future of doors and door handles, doorknobs, and what it could be, sometime in the future. Designers, I should say, are already looking into ways to have these more hands-free doors where you can open it with your forearm. We've seen some places that already have it where you use a foot.
That's interesting.
Foot piece thank you.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
So they're doing that where you can, get out of the bathroom and stuff like that. They've cut down on paper towels and all this stuff. But check this out. What about an elevator? Replacing buttons with foot pedals on elevators. So this is out in a Thai shopping mall, and they're installing foot pedals for customers to step on instead of pressing the buttons like we're used to, right? They hope it's going to lower the risk of having to be exposed to germs. So the foot-operated elevator pedal system, supposedly these mall customers are loving it. They say they feel safer. They say they like the whole idea of not having to touch the buttons and reduce the risk of getting infected. So, yay or nay? I'm actually kind of digging this.
I think it's cool. It's people aren't gonna. You're not gonna notice. I feel like it's such a minute little difference between either way you press some button, whether you're using your finger or your foot. So I can't see why someone would have a problem with this. You know what I mean? I can't see how someone would be upset. They're like, oh, the pedals are on the floor. That's ridiculous. Great idea. It's a great idea.
Right here is a size 13 wide. And the problem is, the only problem I see is I'm going to end up on floor 9 before I get to floor 10, because I'm going to hit both pedals. You know what I mean?
Well, then get off at floor 9
and then walk up the stairs. You, my friend, are a health expert, and I love where your head's at. Health expert. But I'm a drummer. I use my feet. I like to, I'm multi-dexterous. That's not any word, but I like to use, let's use them. I like it.
Look, I always feel bad for the person that's on the elevator that has to, that's closest to the buttons. And they're like, man, what floor are you going to? You're on number 4. And which one are you going to? You're on number 6. And they have to hit like 30 different buttons just on one trip of the elevator. But see, now they have the foot pedal. You know what I mean? All they got to do is just do a quick little kick. They play like they're playing. What was that game that you used to play, the little foot Dance Dance Revolution? Was that it?
Yeah.
They just, hitting stuff, man. It could turn into a game.
Think about like you're shopping. You got all your hands full of all your bags. You don't want to like, you press it with your hands are full. You whoop with your foot. Yeah.
Kelly,
about that
that's how I carry bags too. By the way,
Kelly's comment. She's kind of anti everything. What about footless people? Well, I mean, those are out there. I mean, there's armless, Kelly. There's also armless people that we figured it out on elevators. I'm sorry, not.
I was not expecting that comment. I'm sorry. That's why
I don't know.
I was looking at her other one, Lewis. She said they step on crap and then the buttons. I have crap on my foot. So I was thinking you were about to say that, but I didn't.
But at least it stays on your shoe. You're not putting that in your mouth. Every button you press, eventually you're going to scratch your forehead. And
that's the thing. That's the thing. You have to think. We use our hands. Of course, we use our feet to walk. And I'm not saying that the feet aren't just as important as our hands, but that's what it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I mean, you're not going to put your foot on your face. Exactly. So I don't think you really have to probably worry about that so much. But hopefully they'll have something else. And maybe they'll give people options. Maybe they'll have buttons and foot pedals. I don't know. Okay. All right. I'm trying to recover from that one. All right. So there's this old-timey profession that is making a comeback during quarantine. What y'all know about the Milkman?
Oh.
The Milkman is back.
I like it.
Good.
The Milkman is back. It's making a return, as people are starting to order their groceries at home. Some folks still don't want to leave the house and go to the grocery stores. So you have more dairy farms that are offering to deliver products like milk, eggs, and cheese straight to your door. The Milkman has now received a little upgrade, though, over these decades, because I think if you remember the Milkman, well, matter of fact, I'm not even going to say that because I don't even know the Milkman. I've always gone to the grocery store to get milk, so I don't know anything about the Milkman. But many are now operating with apps or delivery services, so just thought we would put that out there.
That's neat.
Yes, that's that.
When I was in St. Louis, I worked in St. Louis for a year, and they had a Milkman out there. I did stories with the Milkman. And I thought it was fascinating. The question mark is, though, what happens when, you start having a few of the, like, I got blue eyes, but that baby has brown eyes. I mean, Milkman making middle of the day deliveries. I'm just wondering.
Lou,
that's
the only thing I know about the Milkman. That's all I've ever heard.
What's he doing? I'm going to have the Ring camera on. What would work from home?
So I think we need to... I think we
no Milkman for my wife. William knows. William knows.
William said he's going to the grocery store. There won't be the Milkman delivering any milk to his house. I know that's right, man. Leave it at that. We're just about out of time, guys, but I want to show you this video. We love to celebrate our frontline heroes, and we call them superheroes and scrubs because we know that all heroes don't wear capes, right? Well, check this video out, and I think you're going to actually enjoy this one. This is from a nurse that is at Baptist Health right now, and look at what her team does for her. They make this makeshift ceremony to thank her for her service. Now, here's the really cool part about this. She's a UNF grad, and she was graduating with her Bachelor's of Science in Nursing from the UNF School of Nursing. But as you can imagine, she didn't have her traditional graduation ceremony this year. So she works in the GI department, again, at Baptist Health downtown, and she graduated with honors this spring. So they threw her own graduation ceremony. I like it.
I'd love to see it. I'd love to see it. Oh, that's super cool.
And can I just put this out there? She went to one of the greatest universities there is, the University of North
Florida. Baby. I love it.
Swoop. That's you? Swoop, right?
Swoop. Yeah, swoop. Yeah.
That's the way to end it right there, Brooks. What wonderful stuff. And you know what? Graduations are in the, you know what? I think a positive coming out of this is the way that graduations are evolving. I'm not saying we need to do it like this, and certainly there needs to be a celebration of the accumulation of work. But you know what? That is a cool way to celebrate her, and the parades we're seeing for high school kids. I mean, this is neat. I mean, that is a neat evolution. Who needs to sit in an auditorium or in the sun for 3.5 hours listening to boring speakers you never remember anyway? You need to celebrate like this. Do it right.
I remember
for you.
mine, Lou. I remember those speeches.
Well, Brooks, you're also 22 years old. I'm an old man. I'm pushing 40, brother. It's been a minute.
Blame that on your memory. Don't you blame that on the speakers, okay?
My speaker was so bad. Listen, I made a whole speech about this, but
Steve, anything to add to that?
I'm good. I'm just saying it's great. It's great. And I'll just say it's great. I mean, not great to see, but it's interesting to see how like we're all separated physically, right, in the world, and then that's what it takes for all of us to kind of come together and do these cool things. I don't know. That's just like my take on it.
Amen.
Here's my thing. I'm kind of with you, Lou. Like, if we know this, maybe the future of graduations and just what they're going to look like. And again, I'm sure they'll be back to the traditional ceremonies and stuff. But I'm digging the parades. Mm-hmm. I'm loving how everybody is like giving some extra honor to the class of 2020. And of course, we know part of it is because they're graduating. Part of it is also because they're not getting what maybe we had when we graduated.
Yeah.
Let's keep this a thing. Like, I feel like we should be celebrating and honoring so many different things anyway. And it's just amazing how a pandemic causes us to wake up and say, oh, we need to be a little more thankful and grateful for these precious moments in life. But I feel like we've got to keep something like this going. So hopefully next year, things will still be virtual as far as, they have some different versions of everything. And I like it.
Man, instead of going back to normal, let's go forward. Right.
Yeah. I loved it. I love what Creekside did.
Let's go forward.
I don't feel sorry for any of those, like the Creekside seniors. Like I don't feel bad that they missed what I had. I'm jealous of what they had. I mean, they were partying. They had the boat parade. They had a parade through Durbin Creek and
sitting in the bed pickup trucks. Right.
That was awesome. Yes. And that was like everybody was so excited to see it. I mean, that was a cool way to honor the class of 2020 there. And then a lot of schools are doing the exact same thing. I know Nice is doing that. They've been texting about, we got to go get video of theirs. It's going to be a 3-mile long thing. It's neat. And what this young lady has accomplished is so cool. She's been on the front line, and I'm just glad they took it to honor. So very cool. Thank you for sharing that with me, Brooks.
It just made me think about, as you're talking about the high schoolers, it made me think about my last day parade. We walked around the school campus.
Yeah.
And that was it. We didn't have a full-blown parade. And I think we went to the beach right after that.
Good.
The final day of seniors. Yeah. Well, I didn't make it to the beach because I did. I went to the beach. Yeah. Not that any of that's important, but I just thought I'd put that out there for anybody who's thinking and reflecting on their special last day.
Yeah.
Everybody remember theirs? No, it's just me. Okay, that's okay. We'll leave it at that. Let's pull up that poll. We're just about out of time. We want to see if you guys thought that it's a great idea for students and staff to be required to wear the mask. Do you think so? Looks like 30 of you said yes. The majority of you said no. 149 folks voted no. So we're seeing that for the most part right now. But again, as Lewis stated, as I've stated, Steve has stated, it's still too early to tell what's even going to happen in the fall. But we know that this is just a step in them having the funds to purchase those different masks and whatnot that kids may end up using in the fall, or they may not. So we'll have to just wait and see. Lou, Steve, thanks so much for joining us. As always, you've been watching Daily Dive. We appreciate you all for joining us. Thank you, Catherine, for always tuning in. We're going to close out with the best city that there is in the world, the First Coast, Jacksonville, Florida. Until we see you next time, y'all have a good day.